Philadelphia Eagles. Visiting sideline, look at the head coach of the 49ers. This guy's playing one of those dreaded body clock games, making the long trip to the East Coast. Across the field, the head coach of the Eagles. Our guys, you can hear it. They've got the crowd at their backs. Things only going to get louder once this game gets underway.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Kate Scott, Brock Heward in the booth with you. It is Jake Elliott who's going to get us started. And we're off on EA Sports. Starting from the 5. He's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's a gain of 6.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously, the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
Takes this in at the 25. And some textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into these short yardage situations around the goal line.
They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. And he falls on his own miscue, and that sets him up with a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Waiting their turn on that sideline. You'd have thought they'd be focused in and ready for this, Brock, but instead, their very first snap nearly ends with them giving it away.
Well, thankfully, somebody was focused and quick thinking to get back on that ball. Now you got to settle down. You got to get back to that script and flush that negative play away.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught with Saquon Barkley. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Let's get to that wide complete. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Barkley has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. San Francisco headed out for its 2nd possession of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Sending the tight end in motion left. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Incomplete.
First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
8 yards back up.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. They'll make a big play on the ground. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
A gain of 12. First down, San Francisco.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Pretty throw here on first. Throwing the out route complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation. You also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
The gun is Purdy. Rolling into enemy territory. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a 49er first down.
First down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. So we need to give to McCaffrey. And that zone read goes nowhere. They didn't even get back to the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Now hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Daniel Whelan on the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They go play fake with Hurts. He finds Brown right side. Escapes the defender. And he's got a bunch here up past the 25 before somebody gets to him. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
2nd down now. They need 7. Hurts now from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They get 28 out of that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of one. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Gets it forward for a gain of 3. Rick Martin making that play.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
It's a gain of 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. And with a half of football left to play, we can see already how close he is to that 100-yard mark in this game. Got to think that he stands a good chance of reaching it with plenty of time left to go. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Now following the play, one of the 49ers banged up. He's in some pain. We're going to pause here as he gets checked on. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's another carry for Barkley. He dodged the tackle. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Sends it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play in 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. This time it's a passing play. Pull that in front for their 13-zip. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. 49ers to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Get set.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Short pass brought in. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does two things. Number one, it strikes fear in the defense, and number two, you gain respect of your teammates.
3rd down, Purdy. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now they're staring at a 4th down.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And hey, we see him under the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. It is caught left side. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Barkley trying this up the gut. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
That's good for Eagles. 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fail. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
47-yard line.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3. Barkley runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 20-zip lead. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
Eagles 21, 49ers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Jukes away from one. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback, as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Here's Purdy to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Now Purdy finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
He has it at the 33. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Eagles taking over on offense. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Escapes a defender. And they got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Well, Brock, they've made it a point to incorporate him into their offense, and, hey, no arguments here. He has been awesome in giving them a spark they need when he gets involved.
And it's so nice offensively, Kate, when you feel it, when you can run it, when you can throw it, and especially running it like this, going to pay huge dividends as the game goes on.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
No play action. Here's Hurts. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
Purdy on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lift at any time.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. Connects on the crosser. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Is that QB and tight ends? They got that ball out in a hurry.
Purdy on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Pearsall has it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Sticking to the air here. It's Purdy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Offense up to the line fast.
A loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He's got it. And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And up a very comfortable 3 scores. Really no need to try and get anything here. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. All right, no more excitement here in this first half. He kneels this one down. Both teams head to the locker room. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fielded at the 7. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. The quarter's going to start with a run by Barkley. Jukes his way into space. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That one hits for 30. That's good for an Eagles first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Going to the ground again on first. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. He gets it complete to Will Shipley. He's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss, we've got 2nd and 11. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Let's get to that wide, complete. They take him down as he goes out. Now let's check on this penalty. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 2nd down.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. A play fake now hurts to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Following the play, one of the 49ers still pretty shaken up. Trainers getting out there to see what's wrong. So on 4th down, out comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Elliott connects there. And they come away with some points on that series.
Had the lead at the break, and the important thing is really to come out hot in the 2nd half and add to it. Sure, you love touchdowns, but you'll take those 3 points as well.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. And the catch is made, but he's out of bounds. Oh, wait a second, but there's a penalty on the play. So they have the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. Purdy throwing here. He's got Ayuk on that slant. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
Time and again, receivers would tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, get it done.
Has him on the quick hitter. And there's a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage against good coverage, contested catches, that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They send a tight end in motion. Purdy setting up that play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit To this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up.
18, watch out!
On the gun is Purdy. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down. But where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. George Kittle, the intended receiver. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now, time's not on their side either.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They've ripped off 4 straight wins, and if this lead holds, that's going to be 5 before we know it. First down, a run with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
They go to Barkley again. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And the 49ers rush gets home, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. So here come the 49ers on offense. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this 3rd quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
He's escorted out of bounds, but not before driving them up near the 25. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Purdy, a quick throw, complete. He drives it up to the 24. Knocked down by DeHaan Campbell.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, it's an extra bonus.
He isn't holding out. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's 49ers football as we near the end of what has been a largely one-sided game they'd like to forget. Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, third down. Running back sent in motion. Third and long, Purdy. He's got it over the middle. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. He connects downfield. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield strike block as he's set out. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4.
A gain of 21 yards. And a 49er first down.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. For 2 away from 1. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First down, Purdy to throw. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
After the sack could really use a big play here on second down. It's 2nd and 15. Purdy looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he stopped for loss of yardage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down.
Get set, get set.
They'll send him over right. Here's Purdy to throw. Jump off caught by his back. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Now a timeout for an injured player. That's Christian McCaffrey being attended to. Hopefully with his history, this is something minor. Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Has it at the 7. He has the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
To throw again, it's Purdy. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game. Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. They go with Barkley here. Oh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
On now comes their punter. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Pretty throwing here on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Purdy to throw it. Complete out to the right side. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and you're taking that short completion.
Drop it up on the right side. That's Ayuk. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That's complete inside the 35. Offense to the line fast.
First down. It's a gain of 48 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Again, it's Brock Purdy. Kirso on the slant. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
So read the gift to McCaffrey. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Working quickly here. On 3rd down, Purdy dumps it off to his running back. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down. Working quickly here.
A gain of 6 on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Still on his feet. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 15 yards. And the 49ers first down.
Now it's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst.
Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do though have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. All right, this is a little bit odd. I think in most spots we'd expect to see them decline the call, take the lost yards and down.
All I can think of here is they've got some extreme confidence, maybe hubris in their defense to make a similar type of play, but just tack on even more negative yards lost.
This is down all the way to the 3.
A gain of 12 yards. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, Purdy. Catch is made in close. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even...
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Pretty easy to recognize the intensity on that 2-point try. Could have made it a one-score game, but instead... still a 10-point deficit, Brock. They're going to need a couple more scores.
They sure will. Means more than likely a couple possessions, too, Kate. And we're to the point, if you look up at that scoreboard, there's not going to be many possessions left in this one.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. An 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles about to move to a perfect 5-0 this season. First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Straight ahead with Shipley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go.
Eagles, first down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Again, it's Shipley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
29-yard line.
Another one for Shipley. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. On the give, here's Shipley. Escapes the defender. And fly, Eagles fly. He gets him the first down, partner, and that's going to seal this win.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
18-yard line.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.